Well, kia ora everybody. Welcome to Te Rauparaha Arena in Porirua, just north of Wellington. This is the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, game number 2, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to this broadcast. Tokomanawa Queens up against Whai. Tokomanawa Queens representing the Wellington and lower half of the North Island. The Whai, they cover the Waikato, Bay of Plenty regions, and it's absolute pleasure to have you with us today as we just go through a karakia here courtside to welcome both teams to what is an historic occasion. Glenn Lama's my name. Nice to have the Tava Whippy with us as well. And it's a great day for women's basketball, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, what are you most looking forward to seeing today?
Just the level of play here, to be honest. I mean, we've got some great imports that have come in, and we've got Torfins playing here in Porirua and some up-and-coming skills, so I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's epic. It's going to be really cool. We've got King Kapisi as the MC as well. So that's a high-quality entertainer we have on deck today. So really cool. We've got two great sides just about ready to go courtside for what should be a terrific contest here in round number 1 between the Queens and Whai. All right, let's have a look at the ladder. There's just the one game played so far. Mainland Puakai, the upper half of the South Island team, having a good win over Southern Hoiho by 73-63. So a 10-point win there for the Christchurch-based team. And we'll see the Northern Kahu in action coming up very soon. In fact, we're going to see them in action tomorrow when they're away to the Southern Hoiho in Dunedin. Then they back it up at home at Pukekohe up against Tokomanawa Queens. And then the Whai will have their first home game on Tuesday in Tauranga against the mainland Puakai. So we're into the swing of it now, aren't we, with game number 2 coming up today, and 3 more games for you coming up in consecutive days. Well, as the two teams go through their final warm-ups, it's time to have a look at the starting fives of both lineups, and we're going to have a look at the Whai starting lineup first. Robati McGoldrick, a tall fern, then the 3 imports, Lambert, McBride and Green. And Green is a WNBA player, having played 12 games for the LA Sparks back in 2014 and 11 games for the Connecticut Suns in 2015. There's some really exciting talent that's come into this team, and also some exciting New Zealand talent in this team as well. The coach is Mel Bennett.
All right. Well, Mel, this is a pretty historic occasion, isn't it, for the Whai, for the Queens, and for women's basketball in New Zealand, isn't it?
It's pretty amazing, yes. I think the standard of women's basketball that we're going to see today and previously with Pauakai and Hoiho is just going to continue that momentum and see what these ladies can bring to the fore today.
Of course, you've got a game to win, Mel. So, and you've, I guess, a lot of work on heading into this first game. What's been your focus to get your team humming in this first game?
Our focus is just to go out and do what we do best, and that's play at pace and try and recognise any mismatches and also create advantages for our players.
And you've got some really wonderful talent coming in from America. How exciting has that been for you to get involved with that?
Oh, we've got the triple trio. I want to say that we're very lucky in the signings that we have recruited with our imports. You know, Kyra Lambert, complete floor general, and then we've got Dominic McBride, who's very versatile, can play inside and outside, and our veteran Nikki Green, who's had some WNBA experience, and, you know, just a big that cleans up the boards. So we're really looking forward to watching them play today.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
There we are, Mel Bennett. Great to have her coach. She's based in Tauranga, head coach of the New Zealand Under-17s team. Right, let's have a look at the Tokomanawa Queens now, and their starting 5. They've gone with their imports as well. Gustafson, number 2, of course, Stella Beck, the New Zealand international, is captaining the team. Truesdale, number 12, another Tall Ferns player. Chagas, the Argentinian, and Nard, the American import, into this team as well. And Tanya Tupou, what a great player she was for the Tall Ferns back in the day. She is the coach of this team.
Well, Tanya, I mean, this is exciting, isn't it? Here you are on your home court, game number 1. You off the charts with excitement?
Oh, I'm absolutely excited. It's been a long time coming, and the girls are pumped, so yeah, we're really excited.
The vibe in here is fantastic, isn't it? And it's a great occasion for women's basketball in New Zealand.
Yes, it is. You know, from the days that I was playing, we were looking forward to Like this happening. It's a great opportunity for the girls, obviously, but also for a coaching perspective, it's another platform that we get to grow our game as well.
What have the challenges been for you as a coach coming into game number one?
Oh, well, I've got a coach at home, my husband, Chris Tupu, and he said just expect the unexpected and just, just roll with it. So we've been lucky that we've had all our players come in early and we've been running against the guys. So, we're just excited to play females and in a top-level league.
All the very best and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, what a great player she was. Great to hear her mention Chris Tupu as well. What a fine player he was. And two-time Olympian Tauihi Tupu. Had the great pleasure to call her for radio at those two Olympic Games. So awesome to see her still involved with the game. As we get set for tip-off in the not-too-distant future here at Te Rauparaha Arena in Porirua. It's going to be the Whai in the pink, the visiting team, Tokomanawa Queens, the home team, and we have our officials all set to go as well. Just before we check them out, here's a couple of key matchups here. Shagas, now, I was impressed with her, Latava, in the warm-up. I know it's only warm-up. She could barely miss. It's going to be really interesting to see her in action.
Yeah, she's demonstrating some great range with her three-pointers and, just some great skill there, getting to the paint, finishing off really well. So she's definitely going to be one to look out for in this game.
And keep your eye on Nard and Green around the hoop as well. They're going to be influential players for both teams. And, of course, we've got plenty of local talent, headlined by Beck and Rabati for both sides. Here are the referees for today. Samuel Pan, Amy Jo Clark and Liam Collins. Absolute delight to have them. Of course, I'm sure they're looking forward to this game as much as we are here courtside and all the players are. So just running through those starting fives for you again. For the Whai, Rabati McGoldrick, who debuted for the Tall Ferns back in 2019. Kyra Lambert, the captain. One of the American imports, the other two American imports too, Dominique McBride and Nikki Green, are also playing as well. Tokomanawa Queens, they have a Swedish international in their team, an Argentinian, so a lovely international flavour to their side. And mixed in with Josie Truesdell, of course, one of our bronze medalists from the Commonwealth Games in 2018. Florencia Chagas and Jamie Nard as well, who has experience. This is the 7th country she's played basketball in, pro basketball. Israel, Italy, France, the US, Russia and Turkey.
Amazing.
And quite the story, actually, Nard. She was in Russia very recently, and of course, when the war in Ukraine broke out, she bailed to Turkey, so she got out just in time.
In the nick of time.
So good on her.
Great to have her.
And here she is in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that a few months ago?
There we go.
So here we are all set for tip-off. Be really interesting to see which team settles first here, because there are some quality players on both sides here, and it's going to be fascinating to see who emerges victor here. So we're underway, and it's been lost out of court, and it's going to be Whai ball.
Yep.
We'll settle down for the first play of the game. As we see Lambert come down court here for the Whai. Rabati. Good defense played so far by the Queens as McBride opens up from downtown, and that one's short. It's going to be really interesting. The nerves will be pumping through these players.
Absolutely. Not something you don't see that too often, but just get those nerves out of the way. She'll be all right.
I think so. An early basket will probably get the job done for both these teams. Here's Beck, just off the leg there of Rabati, so it'll still be Queens ball with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Great defense there by Rabati.
Yeah, Chagas has got a real swagger about her, the way she is already playing. There's a turnover there, a basic mistake made by her on the baseline there. And referee Samuel Pan turns the ball back to the Whai.
Definitely a few little mistakes here and there, which is, you know, expected in the first couple minutes of the game, but sure, the intensity and the effort's still there. So
there's a shot from Rabati, that one short as well, and picked up by Gustafsson. And now in transition here come Tokomanawa, and there's a foul, a first foul. I think it's going to be called on Lambert.
Just a bit aggressive there with their defense.
Yeah, certainly was. So Kyra Lambert from Texas. And it's Chagas going to the line here for 2 free throws. There's still no score in this game.
Yeah. Definitely a good place to get some points up on the board, settle some of those nerves from the free throw line.
So there is the first score of the game, a free throw by Florencia Chagas, the Argentinian. And it's 1-0. Had a minute in this first quarter. McBride looking for Green, down low here, double team straight away, strong player. Good move from Green.
Way to fight for her. Way to fight through that double team there with Nikki Green. I'm sure she's used to getting a bit of pressure down there on the block. It's awesome.
It's a nice drive to the hoop, and there's a really good, strong move by Beck, showing her class to get things moving here. Stella Beck, the New Zealand international.
Just some great experience showing there from Stella Beck early on in the game. Good to see her getting aggressive and starting off that way in the game. Quite
experienced playing in Australia too, isn't she, of course?
Yep, definitely.
Playing in Townsville and in Melbourne in the Aussie WNBL. And she'll love it being back in New Zealand, won't she?
Oh, I'm sure all the Tall Ferns and everyone has been playing overseas too. It's just a great opportunity to play here in front of your home crowds, yeah. Yeah, she's been a real mainstay of that Tall Ferns team for some years now. 47 games she played for New Zealand, and she has 2 free throws. So 3-2, just a 1-point game for the Queens so far. All of the points scored from the line, the Rosine stripe. And now Green for the Whai. Great movement here by the Whai.
Lambert, good ball distribution, almost stolen by Gustafsson. McBride has it still though for the Whai. 2 seconds on the shot clock. There goes the shot, and it just got away in time. Good defense played by the Queens there.
Absolutely. Great boxing out, great rebound secured, and pushing in transitions. Definitely what you want to see.
Gustafsson with her hands on the ball now. Getting herself in trouble, and it's just lost clean out of bounds there.
Another great position there on defense by the Whai. Nikki Green standing her ground, causing that turnover.
Gustafsson here, another player with rich international experience, playing in her home country, Spain and Belgium, now New Zealand. Played for Sweden in international basketball last year.
So much experience on one court.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
Love to see it.
There's McBride. We've got Tiana Clark out there now for the Whai. There's a deep, was a 3-point attempt being missed by Lambert. And it's going to be Queen's ball.
And you can expect to see a few more of those shots head up from Kyra Lambert. Like they say, shooters are going to shoot.
Here comes Chagas again for the Queens. They've got that 1-point lead early in this match, and a foul off the ball there. You saw Beck go flying to the floor.
It's great to see that physicality in the game.
Foul went on Rabati. So, a couple early fouls on the Whai. And now Gustafsson, little fadeaway jump shot is good.
Great for them recognising that mismatch there with Kyra Lambert switching on to her. Easy basket.
Clark to Green now. So 3-point game at the moment. To the Whai, that was their first field goal of the game. Rabati from the free throw line, it's not going to drop. And it's been lost out of bounds, going to be black ball
really
for the Queens.
Take, yeah, really good take, great second effort to chase that ball down.
Well, Whai getting quite good early looks here, but they're just not quite executing at the moment.
Definitely, I think they're getting the shots that they're looking for. It's just a matter of getting them to fall at the moment, but they're doing great on defense, so hopefully they can keep that pressure up.
Gustafsson with her hands on the ball, is just going to have a mid-range jump shot, and that might have surprised Green a little bit there.
Really nice shot she's got there.
Clark's lost the ball. Gustafsson has 4 points in the game. It's a 5-point game to the home team, Tokomanawa Queens. And there's a 3-point attempt from Chagas. It's the first 3-pointer of the game. Great. And they are on a roll now.
Really good hit by her there. Hand in her face, still managed to convert that 3. Awesome.
Well, an 8-point game already. The Queens are starting to really heat up as Clark. And as Rabati still can't drop. And a nice rebound taken by Nard, who comes down court now. Jamie Nard will double team, but she's got the foul out of...
Looks like Nikki Green.
Yes, Green, the foul. She picks up her first personal.
Queens really taking control of this game early on, being aggressive on offense, pushing the ball in transitions. Really nice to see the tempo that they're playing at the moment.
Wow, they're shooting at 100% from the field. Haven't missed so far yet, the Queens. Whereas the Whai are 1 from 6 from the field, and that's the story of the game so far.
You've got to credit the Queens defense as well in terms of the Whai's shot selection so far. But
so Nard gets her first 2 points of the game, 2 free throws. And the Whai coming down court now with a 10-point advantage is McBride. Nikki Green, and the referees have seen a bit of action off the ball. So the foul has gone on number 31 for the Whai.
No first time out of the game.
Yeah, it's the first time out, and it was needed, I think, from Mel Bennett with this score blowing out a little bit early.
Yeah, like I said, the Queens are doing a great job at the moment of controlling the tempo of the game, getting the shots that they want, looking in both inside and outside of the paint, doing great on defense. So hopefully the Whai come out.
That foul went on Nard, actually, just before the timeout. But it's the Queens just heating up a little bit. Gustafsson with 4 points. Chagas has 4, that three-pointer as well. So I mentioned 100% from the field in the game so far. And they're going to the line too, so defensively, the Whai are under pressure already.
Absolutely, and that's what you want. You want to get them into foul trouble early on in the game, put a bit of pressure on them, especially on their bigs. You see Nikki Green's already got 2 fouls, I believe, on her, so Whai are definitely going to have to come out with a different game plan, some energy, and put some of those baskets in the hoop.
Indeed. Just think there's I mean, they're getting reasonable looks at the moment, aren't they, Latava? But they just, it's just executing. They're just not nailing them. That's really the story of the day in this game early.
I expect that those will fall with time. Like you said, it's still early on in the game.
So the Whai will keep the pressure on here. Tiana Clark, who's going to go to the Commonwealth Games for the 3x3 team for New Zealand, just named in that team 2 days ago.
Great accomplishment.
She's back from the World Cup as well. And there's a three-pointer again. The Whai using pretty much all of the 24 seconds up there on the shot clock.
Another great defensive possession there from the Queens. Unlucky there for Kyra Lambert. Shot did look good coming out of her hands.
Chagas bringing it down court. Here's Nard. Gustafsson looking to set that screen and gets the lovely
great
pass
roll.
back. That was good play.
Just experience there. Good screen, great roll, great pass. Good basketball.
That was execution 100% right there.
Absolutely.
And Clark almost losing it back over the half court for a violation. It's been stolen by Chagas. Chagas might get another crack at it and does beautifully off the left hand there.
And just that defensive pressure again by the Queens. It's really setting them apart in this game so far.
Chagas has 6 points. So too does Gustafsson. Still can't stop the rot here. 11-point scoring run so far at the moment that Chagas and the Queens are in right here. There's Gustafsson from the free throw line, and that doesn't roll in. Green uncontested that time.
Yeah, really fortunate there that Gustafsson missed that one. She's got a great mid-range.
Rabati under the hoop. And Rabati's done very well there to lure a foul out of number 12 for the Queens. That's Truesdell.
Great seal there by Robati. Way to convert that. Great delivery there for the ball by Tiana Clark.
Well, it's a 14-point game already. You know, if you were down by 14 points, Latava, what are you telling yourself to try and not get too discouraged?
I think first you got to just take it one possession at a time. Don't worry too much about the scoreboard, and then focus on defense. You need to stop the Queens from scoring, get them out of their run at the moment. She's done an awesome job of converting both of her free throws, so hopefully they can feed off that energy.
Rabati with those 2 free throws, so hopefully that will spark the Whai back into action.
Yeah, we'll see.
Stopping the Queens. They seem to have multiple offensive threats here. Here's Nard. Beautiful shot from her. She has 4 points.
Queens just starting off with this great shooting. It's really hitting Whai at the moment.
Green, beautiful gather, and that's a 3-point play right there. Awesome stuff from Green.
Great vision too by Kyra Lambert there to get the ball to Green, see that she was open moving down the lane. So hopefully she can convert these free throw now. Here's
Nikki Green, the 31-year-old, another with rich international experience. Touched on the introduction, she's had 25 games in the NBA. The other NBA player, WNBA player in this game is Jamie Nard for the Queens. She's played 32 games for Las Vegas. Short that time was Nard. Here's Beck. Beautiful pass in again to Gustafsson. Almost too easy, that one.
Really good vision there by Stella Beck to see that roll to the basket. Easy finish.
You can see the influence of Stella Beck on this team. Such a very good basketball player. A 3-point attempt. And Beck going up to seize that rebound, and she's done really well. Chagas has got it. Keen to keep things moving for the Queens. Vucinic is in there, the Tall Ferns player, and a wry smile on her face as she concedes the foul.
And great pushing the ball in transition there by Chagas. You just see that experience coming through in her game. Chemistry on the Queens right now is just looking absolutely beautiful. It's great to watch them.
Certainly have. It's been really awesome start by the home team here. Chagas has been right in the thick of everything. She has 6 points in the game so far. Still going at 70% from the field, the Queens. The Whai 18%. Surely a 70 percentage from the field won't continue, Latava.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Not a bad place to start, eh?
But Clark's going to go for a 3-point attempt, and that one's short as well. Vucinic trying hard to keep it in the field of play, and not to be.
Whai still struggling a little bit there with their outside shots, and you know, hopefully that begins to fall for them.
Florencia Chagas. Here's Beck in oodles of space again. Things moving beautifully, and Gustafsson, well, she just can't miss at the moment.
It's a great mid-range jumper, Gustafsson. Great find there by Stella Beck.
5 from 6 from the field for Gustafsson. Here's a 3-point attempt. That one's just a touch strong, and Beck's got the rebound, and here come the Queens again. Beautiful hands from Chagas. Oh, not to be this time for the Swedish international Gustafsson.
Some great hands there by the Whai, hustling back on defense. He's just going to need more of that hustle, get them back in this game.
Well, the local crowd really enjoying this game as we see Lambert come down court. 2:30 left in this first quarter. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here of game number 2 of the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. Brand new Lambert. What a drive to the hoop that was.
Amazing finish. Amazing finish there. Just using her speed and her quick first step there to get by a defender.
That was Lambert's first 2 points of the game. Hunter out there now for the Queens. Grace Hunter. Better from the Whai that time.
Definitely. Good job there by McGoldrick to contest that shot, even though she got bumped off a little bit. See if they can convert this.
Rabati with her hands on the ball, posting up here. Just couldn't quite get over Beckley, who's got the ball now. Deep bench too. Beckley, another New Zealand international, but she couldn't convert that one. And here comes Lambert. McGoldrick. There goes Clark's three, not going to fall, and Beckley's got the ball.
Really struggling today early on in the game, the Whai. They have had some good looks though.
And that is a foul, no question about that. Coming in from number 13 for the Whai there, Ezra McGoldrick.
And the Queens are just doing a really good job at the moment of moving without the ball. Just see there's so much movement, so it's difficult for the Whai to cover all that movement at the moment.
You can see those stats down there, just all in favour of Tokomanawa at the moment. Although their field goal percentage is falling a little bit now, back to 61, but there's more points for them. Jamie Nard again. It's 6 points to her. So the scoring being dominated by the imports in this Tokomanawa team. 10 to Gustafsson, 7 to Chagas, and 6 to Nard. And now Tiana Clark comes forward again. Gets a screen from Daish, who's out there now for her first taste of action.
Again, short.
Nicely gathered by Green, though. Can't get it put back in, but Green's too strong on that occasion.
Great job by Green there to stick with it. Put some more points up on the board.
So she has 7 points for the Whai. Beck. And foul by Daish. And that's going to go on her.
And the Queens are just in all attack mode at the moment. Not really settling for anything outside. Really doing a great job of getting into the paint, moving the basketball really well.
Oh, the foul's coming thick and fast as well, which will be another concern for Mel Bennett as well. 7 fouls in this first quarter as Grace Hunter goes to the line. The 21-year-old, she'll be loving it out there. She's a local Porirua player.
Absolutely. It's so good to see the local players out here playing in front of their home crowd. I'm sure she's full of energy at the moment.
Grace Hunter, a junior Talk Ferns player in 2018. Has experience just in America as well at Texas and Florida universities. And here's a steal midcourt. And beautifully done again by Nard. That's what the Whai can't do. They've got to treasure possession.
Exactly, just valuing the ball, making sure that they're making the easy pass.
Here's Clark, anxious to get something cooking for her team. Shot clock down to 8 seconds. And that's a beautiful mid-range jump shot there by McBride. The first 2 points of the game.
Great job for her not to settle for that first three and to get into the paint a little bit. Put the Queens in a little bit of foul trouble. Or try to.
So what happened there? Can we get through that one? It looks like the basket was going to count, but Daish has conceded a foul off the ball. So we're going to see Beckley go down for free throws.
Yeah,
Latava, that was an interesting one.
Just that early foul trouble for Whai is starting to hurt them now, given the Queens easy looks at the free throw line.
Yeah, lots of fouls in this first quarter as we see Beckley. 10 games for the Tall Ferns, debuted back in 2015. And she gets the roll in there too. And this is a very good quarter, 31 points. Huge score as we see the last shot coming up here by Lambert maybe. In fact, it's McBride and she's not going to get that to fall. So there is the first quarter. It's been a hugely dominant one for the local team, the Tokomanawa Queens. They lead the Whai 31-13.
Definitely great game.
Okay, so what's going to happen? Hello, Baba. What's your name? What's your name? This is Amakura over there. Say hello, Amakura. What's your name, Baba? Maria. This is Maria. Everyone say hello, Maria. Okay, so what we're going to do is they're going to have to both run to the halfway, dribbling the ball, and wrap the ball around their waist and go back and shoot a basket. So the first one who shoots a basket goes in to win a White Girls Club game hoodie, and a DJ Gardner ball. So you guys ready? Everybody make some noise for these two players. Make some noise! Okay, are you ready? On your marks, get set, go! I like it, I like it. Around it, oh, around it, yep. Hey, shivers, there you go. Nice, nice, nice. Who's gonna get the bucket? Who's gonna get the bucket? Oh, keep on going, keep on shooting. Make some noise for these two players, come on! Yeah. Come on, girls, here we go. Alrighty, one basket over here. Okay, so we've got some prizes over here. So everyone, please put your hands together for these two incredible players. Make some noise. Come and get a prize over here, Bubba. Tokomanawa Queens. That's my team.
31-13 at quarter time here in the second game of the 2022 GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. I hope you're enjoying it. Home team Tokomanawa Queens leading by 18 points. Massive lead for them. And they have been really strong in this game so far. And they are shooting the ball at 64%. The Whai down at 23%. Of concern for the Whai as well, as they've conceded 8 fouls in that first quarter. And the Queens only 3. So lots of challenges for the team in pink here. Can they find a way back into this game? Beck, here's Gustafsson again, getting too much space there.
The Whai just having some trouble at the moment with those ball screens, so covering those, and hopefully they can get better at that.
Nice play from Lambert and Green, who's posting up here on Gustafsson. And she can't get it to drop as Nard picks up the loose ball. Chagas. Nice hands. And now Chagas has it again. It's better defence by the Whai. They're going to need plenty more stops like that to get back into the contest. As Lambert pulls it over to Green. Rabati thinks about a three-point attempt. And still can't get it to drop. Nard keeping the pace high. But unfortunately, Truesdell can't catch up with that one.
It's just unfortunate. It's a great running and transition by the Queens there.
Tiana Clark. Here's Lambert. Looking to cook something up here. With the shot clock down to 6 seconds again. Here's McBride. Yeah, she got a lot of space down the centre that time. Good patient play by the Whai that time.
Absolutely, not settling for the outside shot, taking it in, being aggressive on offense.
McBride has 4 points in the game now. Oh, she's been called for travelling. Good defence that time by Lambert, right up in her face.
Let's use this turnover now. Get some more points out.
So a couple of turnovers here, and remember the lead was 18. So the Whai, it's going to be a long haul back from them, but the good thing is they have time here, don't they?
They do, and we're seeing some good signs of a bit of a comeback here. So hopefully they can maintain this and get some more stops on defense.
Clark getting caught up high a little bit here, getting good pressure by Beck. Rabati's got it under the hoop though, and that's 2 points. Nicely done.
And that's what they need to do more of, I think, is to get the ball inside the paint there, recognize mismatches early.
Rabati has 4 points in the game now. Nard's just going to put up a 3. And again, maybe just a little bit of indecision now. Tokomanawa on the offensive end. McBride gives it back to Clark. That's a big three-point attempt there. Good offensive rebound taken by the Whai. That was really well done by McGoldrick.
Great work.
Here's Rabati. And she's got the foul off Truesdell. So good start to the second quarter by the visitors.
Great recognition there, seeing Rabati get that seal inside the paint.
So that's going to send Sean Rabati to the line, the 21-year-old. County's Marako player, went to school at Mount Albert Grammar. 2020 NBL's leading scorer at 16.4 points per game.
Great player to watch.
Didn't quite get in that 3x3 team for the Commonwealth Games, but she is a reserve. And Rabati has 6 points. Mel Bennett starting to get her team humming a little bit here.
Yeah, this is starting on defense and getting good stops on defense and using that to convert on offense.
Chagas. And it looks like Clark might have just got the foul.
A little bit aggressive there on that, getting over that screen, but not the worst thing that you want to see on defense.
Wasn't much contact, to be honest, was it?
Yeah. I don't usually like to disagree with the refs, but yeah.
Refs are never right when you're a player, Aotearoa.
No.
Chagas. Didn't drop, but McBride's got the rebound and a nice outlet pass. Here comes Lambert. But Tokomanawa back in good numbers here, but Lambert, oh, nice move. That's beautifully done.
Just that hesitation just there, just caught her up, caught the defender up. Explosion after that, beautiful.
So the lead's back to 12. It was 18 at quarter time.
They're working, the Fire working.
Beck. Yeah, it's Stella Beck at her best.
Making it look easy out there.
Stella Beck, of course, from neighbouring Hutt Valley originally. Here's Tiana Clark. Clark caught almost with the ball there. McGoldrick, beautiful pass. That was beautifully done. Nice combination between the Kiwis there.
Fire doing a great job getting the ball into Ropati, who's also working really hard to get position down low.
Ropati has 8 points now. It's actually leading scorer here for the Whai, and that was nicely done by Gustafsson. Those long arms again.
Just that footwork. Really great footwork in the paint. It's not easy. Back
to 14, McBride. They just held off for a little bit there, but missed the shot. And Chagas with the rebound. Poor pass. Picked off nicely by McGoldrick. McGoldrick has it again. Almost. Now, who's that off? It is off the
really
Whai player. So McGoldrick's coming off, and on comes Nikki Green again.
I'm liking the energy that the Five brought in the second quarter. Getting some good stops on defense, getting the ball in the paint.
Well, they've rolled their sleeves up. You know, there's no other way to get back into a game of hoops when you're 18 down. It's just hard yakka.
Absolutely. You just got to do it one position at a time.
Nard, who's really showing out strongly in this game. Oh, that was a pretty flashy no-look pass. Beautifully salvaged by Beck. But the shot clock's down to 4 seconds now for Chagas.
That
had a nice direction on it. Just a touch strong, didn't it? We're courtside here, and that looked very good. And it looks like a foul off the ball there.
And again, Shan Robati just doing an amazing job fighting for position down low.
Yeah, she's becoming more influential in the game, isn't she?
Fire doing a great job feeding her. Definitely to keep that going.
And I tell you, the other thing they've cut to is the number of fouls they've conceded in the game. 8 in that first quarter, just 1 so far in the second quarter.
It's good to see that they've made adjustments to how the refs have been calling the game so far.
Clark. Lambert, there's some action off the ball there. And Robati and Beck got tangled up.
Just unfortunate foul there. Stella Beck did a great job to sell that as well. Just experience coming through there by Stella.
Yeah, she lured the referees beautifully on that occasion. Here's Chagas. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Here's Beck. Lambert all over her. Gustafsson made a bit of a hand, and Lambert, or rather Beck that time, couldn't get the ball, and now McBride. Clark can't quite gather it, but was she pushed there by Chagas? No. It's just going to be a loss out of bounds.
Just an unfortunate turnover there. But the Fire are doing it on defense, which is really good to see. Putting a lot more pressure on the Queens.
So still 14-point game, so still some really good scoreboard pressure being put on the Fire by the Queens in this game. But the Fire have shown a lot more in the second quarter. And again, another good defensive play there, that time by McBride. Clark looking to put some silky skills on here. There's a three-pointer attempt by McBride that time. The first time we've seen one from long range drop in this game.
It's in on both ends of the floor, McBride.
Oh, that's a beautiful response, though, from Jacinta Beckley.
Just some miscommunication there in that transition defense by the Whai. Great job by Beckley to recognise that.
Both teams heating up here. And there's some action off the ball again. This time Green is going to be called for a foul on Gustafsson.
It's getting physical out there. Starting to see a lot more of that coming out, especially down on the block. Bit of frustration here on the Whai.
A lot of fouls off the ball, isn't there?
Yeah.
Chagas. Just 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Shot clock down to 9. Gustafsson. Wow, she misses one. Hard to believe. She's been so good up to that point.
Still a good look for her.
Was a good look, wasn't it? Here's McBride again, heading up from three-point range. Not that time. Gustafsson uncontested with the rebound.
Just not a chance there for the Whai players to get in on that offensive rebound.
Nard looking for that screen from Beckley, who rolls away. Nard's double team, no space for her. There's Gustafsson for three that time. Good to see her firing up. Not shy in a long-range attempt. Now Lambert. Oh, there's more action between Gustafsson and Green off the ball. Holy smoke.
And they're going at it.
Now, who's that going to go on?
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I missed that myself.
Well, the referees are having a good discussion about it. There it is there in the background. Is that going to go on Green? Well, the foul has gone on number 32 for holding. Anyway, we'll try and get that one sorted out. Well, I don't know if there was much in there.
No, just getting tangled up.
It looked like a flop, really, a little, if anything, from Gustafsson there.
That would have been a good no call there, I think.
Regardless of how that plays out, interesting that the Whai have cut this lead down to 11. It's still a long way back for them, but at least they're heading in the right direction.
They're definitely showing signs of life this quarter. It's good to see them converting the stops that they get on defense. Good to see an outside shot there by McBride. Hopefully they continue to fall for the Whai, and just Ropati just getting in position there. It's just great.
The crowd are loving Queen Tea here at Te Rauparaha Arena. And there is a good crowd here for the first home game for the Queens.
Such a good atmosphere to play in.
Yeah, it's amazing to see high-quality basketball like this. Really great development for women's basketball. And if we can get a really close encounter here, you know, I wouldn't put past the Whai coming back into this game. There are some quality players. Yes, they started slow. Things did not happen at all for them in that first quarter. But they're fighting their way back here. They've only conceded 9 points in the second quarter. Here's Lambert. Here's McBride again. And Green's got the weak side rebound. Another chance here. No foul, but beautifully tipped back in by Nikki Green. Two more to the Whai.
Green doing a great job of keeping the ball and the possessions alive on offense there.
And Missy Nuku is out there now, a real life wire young point guard. Tauranga player. Cool to see her given an action as Hunter has it slapped out of her hands.
Great aggressive play there by Hunter to get to the basket.
So Hunter here. Good, strong, authoritative move, wasn't it? Maybe a little fortunate to get the foul there, actually. It looked like that Whai play got a lot of ball there.
Yeah, it did look like that, actually, yeah. Let's see if she can convert these here at the free throw line.
Always easy to see on the replay though, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
So here's Grace Hunter. She's 2 from 2 from the line in the game. And she keeps her 100% record. Just gives the Queens just that little bit more breathing space back to a 10-point game. Next 2 minutes and 40 seconds are going to be quite critical for the Whai. If they can get this lead down to single digits, somewhere around maybe 5-6 points, they'll be feeling right in the game. McBride, well, that helps. What a three-pointer from her. That's the second, and she has 10 points.
They're going to need her to keep shooting that shot. Starting to feel confident getting that up.
Hunter. Langton is out there now, and Stella Beck still there.
Another great take there by Stella Beck. That stop fake.
She has 6 points, going well. McBride actually has 13 points in the game. Here's Green, strong move. Wow, that really needed those lovely soft hands to finish that one off.
Hard luck. It was a great move.
And no foul called there. So Hunter, great defense played by Nuku.
Just using her energy and her quickness there to get in front of her, get her hands on the ball.
Beautifully
really
timed slap at the ball from Missy Nuku.
Really good defensive play there by her.
Nuku has just played at the Under-19 National Championships, named MVP of that tournament. Here she is stepping up here in the National League as Beck, Gustafsson. Truesdale's had it slapped out of her hands by McBride, who's really coming into the game nicely now at both ends of the court. Clark still out there for the Whai as they look to cut this lead. And nice rebound taken by Chagas as Beck comes down court again.
And they got a mismatch in there.
Gustafsson tipped it to Hunter. It worked out quite well for the Queens. Beck can't get the teardrop to fall, but there's a foul.
Just unfortunate there, so Beck didn't have any room to land for the Whai, but we are seeing some great sparks and positions here on defense by the Whai. Just unable to convert each position.
Beck misses the first free throw. Gets the second though. So Beck has 7 points. Lead is back to 10. Inside this last minute of the second quarter, and Chagas doesn't like the call.
A little aggressive there with I think with that hip checking there. And
let's have a look here. Just reaching around just a bit too much there for the referee's liking. Maybe a little unlucky as Clark goes right around them to score 2, her first 2 of the game.
Great job there by her to keep her dribble alive and to get to the paint.
So 1, possibly 2 possessions left as Beck loses it out of court. .15 seconds on the shot clock. So still plenty of time here for the Queens. So the Whai will get one more play if they can get the ball back.
Just the Queens crashing every offensive rebound.
Shot clock's down to 5 seconds. Chagas getting space.
Great
Kicks it out.
find.
Big play right there at the end of the quarter for Truesdale.
Great find there by Chagas. Truesdale all the way on her.
Lambert lost it out of court. 1.9 seconds left. Big bucket there from Truesdale. That is critical So an 11-point game. And almost on the buzzer, beautifully done there by the Queens. So it is quarter time, half time in fact, and it is the Queens leading by 47 points to 36. It's an 11-point game. To the Tokomanawa Queens. And an 11-point game, but the Whai have done really well to cut down the lead from 18 down to 11. Let's chuck it down here to Latava.
What are your thoughts on that first half, Sean?
I thought it was okay. I think us girls were a little bit, I don't know if we were nervous at the start, but I think we need to start dropping shots and making good choices coming down the court, because I think we're rushing a little bit and playing not our game, but playing their game.
And personally for yourself, getting some good positions in there, getting position, what are you going to try and do yourself in this next half?
For myself, I think I just need to get myself into better spots on defense, like try it, not over-help, but help at the right time, because I think my help defense is not there when it needs to be. Yeah.
Good luck in the next half.
Thank you.
All right, thank you to Sean Rabati. And there we are, first half done and dusted here at Te Rauparaha Arena here in Porirua. It is the Tokomanawa Queens leading by 11 over the Whai, 47 to 36. Let's go back to Latava.
How's it feel playing in front of the home crowd here tonight?
It's pretty nerve-wracking. I've got a lot of family here, so I just want to be able to play hard and aggressive. So.
And what are your goals for the next half?
I think for the next half, I want to be aggressive, be able to take it to the hoop, get a little physical, and yeah, take it to the rack.
And good luck for the next half.
Well, our thanks to Sean Rabati and to Grace Hunter for those halftime interviews. Stay with us here on Sky Sport. We'll have more for you right after this.
We're going to go we're going to go you two versus each other. Actually, we'll go opposites. We'll go you and you, young sir. We're going to do two at a time. And what they're going to do is we've got cash prizes here. And if you score a pocket from this cash prize, we've got a $50 right here. And we've got a $200 prize right here. And if they score a basket from this basket, they will raise $500 for their teams. Is that pretty cool? That's pretty cool, eh? You're like, that's pretty cool. Okay, fine, coaches. We all think that coaches can shoot. And I hope that these coaches can shoot. Do you hope that these coaches can shoot? I hope so too for your teams. So, what we're going to do is we've got a certain amount of time. Are you guys ready? Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Start shooting. Raising money, raising money, raising money, raising money. Raising money, raising money. Raising money, raising money. Nice, nice. Come on, coaches. Come on, coaches. Putting some buckets in this side. Making some money. Making some money for your teams. Come on, coaches. Come on, coaches. Come on, coaches. Come on, let's support our coaches out there. Come on, coach. Oh, here. This guy's rolling up. This guy's rolling up. Flick the wrist. Flick the wrist. Okay. I like it. I like it. Warm yourselves up. Warm yourselves up. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. All right, should be some buckets out here. Okay. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time! So here's the question. Coach, come here. Coach, high five, high five. So, how was that, my friend? Was it good? You should be hitting that right away. Okay, cool. So we've just raised some money for your teams. Awesome, awesome. So, Whānau, make some noise for those two coaches.
Well, thanks for rejoining us here at Te Rauparaha Arena. It is half-time in game number 2 of the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. The local team, Tokomanawa Queens, leading by 11, 47-36 over Whai, the Waikato and Bay of Plenty team. And let's have a look at some half-time stats for you. Gustafsson having a great game for the Queens. 17 points, Latava. 80, she shot 8 from 11 from the field.
72%, that's very impressive.
And McBride going well for the Whai. 3 3-pointers in there. And we must talk about Stella Beck too, who has a very good half of basketball. 7 points, 4 assists, couple of rebounds as you can see there too, and she's lured 4 fouls off her opponents as well. She's having a great game.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Stella Beck, just the experience and just leading from the front as the captain. She's doing such a good job right now carrying her team.
And I'm liking the play of Chagas too for the Queens as well. 7 points, 3 assists, and we've also seen her grab 5 rebounds in the game as well, the point guard. And that's what point guards do best. They pop up in the right spot.
Exactly. She's doing it all for her team at the moment. Yeah, like you said, she's on the rebound. She's got assists. She's got 2 steals and 7 points. Just great to see her energy out there.
And even on the Whai side, keep your eye on McBride though. 3 3-pointers in the game. Green as well starting to heat up, and Rabati, one of the local players, do particularly well as well. So this is where it lies. It's an 11-point game. We'll have the second half for you very shortly.
Just a little bit of time. I want to see some $500 shots. We got some $200 shots over here. Come on, coaches. You got 1 more minute left. 1 more minute left. Come on, coach. 1 more minute left. Come on, coach. Oh, she's getting closer. She's getting closer. Come on, round of applause to these players. Come on, coach. Come on, coach. Yeah. We've got another 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. Come on. Let's go, coaches. Let's go, coaches. Let's go, coaches. 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay, time! I like it, I like it. Coach. You were getting your spread on. It was great, How are you feeling about that?
I'm a bit out of shape.
That's all right, me too. How are you, what school are you representing?
Wellington Girls College.
Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. So how do you feel about that, getting up and shooting some buckets?
Good, feels good to be back on the court.
Good to be back on the court.
I'll leave the games to the players though.
Okay, awesome. Whānau, please make some noise for Coach. And she has just raised some money. So Coach, haere mai, brother. All I was gonna say, you had a very slow motion shot. In my brain I was going, Coach, quicker. How do you feel about that, brother?
The release has got a lot slower over the years.
The release has got just a little bit slower, but you got some buckets, you raised some money for your team?
Yeah, happy about that.
What school are you representing?
Porirua, under 15 girls rec team.
Porirua, under 15 rec girls team. I like it. I'm sure you made some money for them. Are you happy about that?
I'm really happy.
Awesome. Whānau, please put your hands together and make some noise for all these coaches. I like it. So Whānau, and we got some lollies. I like some lollies. Is there some lollies out there? Who wants some lollies out here? Put your hands up if you like some lollies. Okay, so
Kia ora, welcome back to Te Rauparaha Arena here in Porirua. My name's Glenn Lama. Here's Latava Whippy, who is with me today, and we hope you're enjoying the game. And it's been a thoroughly enjoyable game so far, and I think this game's far from done, Latava. I like the way the fight came back in that second quarter.
And I expect that they'll do the same in this next quarter. And you know, now they know hopefully what to expect from the refs and how they're calling the game. So definitely need to watch out for them.
Indeed, they're going to have to shut down Gustafsson though inside, this tall Swedish forward/centre player that the Queens have.
She is tough out there to guard, I can imagine, because she's got that mid-range shot, she's getting to the basket, she's got great footwork in the paint, she can hit the outside shot, so hopefully they've worked out a way to get better coverage on her. 17
points, so plenty for Nikki Green to work on there. Just saw a shot of her there. She's been marking Gustafsson in the first half. Green's numbers at the moment, number 54, let's have a look here, 9 points, only 6 rebounds. She's going okay, but I think Gustafsson has just, her effectiveness has been basically because of Chagas and Beck, because they're getting her good looks.
Exactly, and when you have guards like them coming off screens and they're pulling all the bigs on the fight team over to help, if they're leaving Gustafsson open and giving her all these open looks, so it's definitely not an easy thing to have to work on, but I know that she'll come around. She's got the experience with it. So. Exactly,
and the other key player for the Queens who's emerged in this first half, I think anyway, is Stella Beck, the New Zealander. What an excellent first half she's had. And she is their number 7, just drifting out a shot, but she has been hugely influential.
It's almost like a quiet, all her effort is just like in the background, but she's got her hand in just about every position that comes down the court, whether it's you know, setting a good screen or coming off a roll or something like that. So she's definitely doing it for her team. It's great to see.
Well, the Queens scored 31 points in the first quarter, just 16 in the second quarter, and the Whai cut that lead back from 18 to 11. Just inflated a little bit by that magnificent three-pointer right at the end of the second quarter by the Queens. So there's plenty of encouragement here for the Whai to come back in the game. I don't think they're a spent force by any means yet.
Oh, the Whai are not done, no. And I'm definitely sure they're going to be back. They're going to cut this lead down.
So I hope you're enjoying the coverage of the second game of the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa 5-team competition. If you're watching this broadcast, we've got the Kahu coming tomorrow. We're going to see the Auckland-based team play for the first time. That will be really interesting. And of course, we've got 2 South Island teams who met earlier with the Waikai, the Christchurch-based team, beating the Hoiho by 73 to 63. So here is the schedule coming up for the next 3 days. Tomorrow, we're at Dunedin for that game between the Hoiho and the Kahu. The 12:30 tip-off there. Monday night, it's the Kahu against the Queens. So a quick turnaround there for the Queens as they haul butt back to Pukekohe for that game. And then the Whai in action in their first home game on Tuesday in Tauranga against the Puakai. So some really good games coming up. It's going to be a fascinating league with some high-quality players, not only from New Zealand, but overseas. And we've already seen several on display in the game and a half that we've had so far in this league. Well, we're going to see what resolve this team here has in the tank in the second half. Can they keep it going? Going to be hard yards, but the measure of a team is how good they are when they come from deficits. And you just think if the Whai can come back from an 18-point deficit, Latava, and win this game, how much of a boost that would be to them.
It's always a great boost winning a game on the road. So you can just imagine what that's going to do for them, starting their season off with that kind of win under their belt. But it's going to take a lot of work, like you said. So yeah, wishing them all the best.
Absolutely. The Queens, though, won't be making it easy there. Wonderfully coached by Tanya Tupu, one of New Zealand's best players of the last 25 years, maybe even longer. What a fantastic player she was. She will have her team nice and sharp and focused for the second half, knowing that there's quality in the Whai to come back. Tupu will be well aware, as I'm sure all the players will be well aware, that this game is far from done despite the scoreline.
Absolutely.
What a strong backcourt this Tokomanawa Queens have. Tokomanawa Queens table with Chagas and Beck. What a force they're going to be in this league. And they have combined beautifully in this first half.
Yeah, that on-court chemistry is really something to marvel at the moment.
So here we go, second half underway. And it's going to be Whai to start the ball, start the action. Lambert McBride with 13 points. She's the leading scorer for the Whai in that first half. Lambert. Nice, clean, good basket will be what's required. Shot clock down to 5. McGoldrick goes for a three-pointer. It rolls in.
And the lucky
Great
roll
start
there.
Well, those are McGoldrick's first points. And in a way, that three-pointer kind of cancels out the one that the Queens got just before the break.
Not a bad way to start the second half.
A lead back to 8 now. Hunter for the Queens. Nice ball rotation. Beck. Oh, smashed out of her hands. The Whai come away with it.
Big defensive play there by Nikki Green.
Read that one like a book. Here's McGoldrick. And Green now looking to work off Gustafsson, and Green is going to lure a foul there. Oh my goodness, no, it's an offensive foul. Is it? Hang on. Yep. It was a charging foul. Oh, let's have a look here. Well, yes, actually. Fair play to Grace Hunter there. She took up court position.
Great work by Grace to recognise that drive and to get over there in time.
Oh, just copped one around the throat too there, Grace Hunter. But excellent player to bring off the bench too. The Queens' depth on their bench is very, very impressive. Here's Beck. Shot clock down to 10. That one's a stray. Good defensive pressure coming in from Green that time on Truesdell.
And the Whai looking a bit more lively now on defence, getting some good stops.
Dominic McBride, good pass to Robati. Oh, Robati's lost it. And has got it back. And jump ball on the rotation. It's going to be the Queens with the ball.
Love seeing players on the floor like that when it comes to basketball. Jumping on the ball, fighting for that, putting that second effort in. Yes. Love to see it. Got
to scrap sometimes, don't you, as you well know. Chagas. Truesdell now Beck. Chagas working off the screen there from Gustafsson. Truesdell losing the ball. Oh, the little reach and foul by Tiana Clark. There's the foul. Again, not much contact in that one.
It's a tough call there.
Well, that's Clark's second personal. A little unlucky perhaps on that occasion. But good to see the Whai playing tough defence.
Absolutely.
Going to need it, aren't they?
It's making all the difference right now for them.
Chagas.
That was from deep too.
Sure was. Good to see that confidence though. Players unloading that far out. Here is Lambert. Goldrick. McBride, early ball into Robati. McBride can't get, or is it McGoldrick can't get the rebound, and here comes Beck again. And McBride read that one beautifully. She's intercepted it.
It's another steal there for McBride.
Lambert, oh, being left to go baseline there by Beck. Chagas was there though, and McGoldrick. Now Clark. Clark high off the rim. And Chagas has got his 7th rebound. The Argentinian, Gustafsson. Now Beck. Truesdell had it smashed out of her hands, and another foul is coming.
A little bit aggressive there with McBride coming in with her hands down low, trying to get that ball. Great recognition there by the Queens to see that mismatch with Truesdell on the floor.
It's McBride's second personal foul. Oh, they all crashed in there, didn't they? There's no way that shot was going up from Truesdell.
Just unlucky that she got her hands in there.
Josie Truesdell. And it is 5 points for her with those 2 free throws.
Big smile on Truesdale's face there as she turned around after finishing that second one.
Those were points, though, were the first of the third quarter to the Queens. So almost 3 minutes scoreless there. Here's Clark. Lambert at the Racine stripe. McBride's going to put in the 3. That's been partially blocked, I think. And picked up beautifully there by Lambert. Second opportunity here. Lambert's not going to waste it, is she? Well, unfortunately, didn't happen for the 5 there.
And she'll keep shooting, as I said before. Shooters are going to shoot until she can get into her rhythm a little bit more.
Well, the Queen's depth. We've seen Truesdale come off the bench. We've seen Hunter come off the bench. And now Nard's back out there. It's a pretty impressive Queen's lineup.
And just everyone's making a great contribution on the floor tonight. It's great to see.
Chagas with the ball now. She was playing overseas at the age of 15. That's when she played in the Italian league. Very experienced player, Chagas, now 21. And that's a lovely shot from Stella Beck.
Great find there by Chagas in the corner. Stella Beck all alone.
Beck now has 10 points in the game, and Gustafsson picks up the loose ball. Looks like momentum could be shifting to the Queens again, particularly if this one falls. Doesn't. Now Rabati has the ball. And now Lambert can get that high screen off McGoldrick. And we just see maybe a little bit of panic coming into the Whai here.
I think what worked really well for them in that second quarter was they're more patient on their offensive sets. It seems like they're coming down, and it's looking like maybe they'll get a pass in before a shot goes up. But I know they are trying to get their shots to fall and to get into good rhythm. So
well, that leads back to 13 now. Hunter goes baseline, reverses it. That would have been spectacular.
And follows.
Look at the hustle there from Hunter.
Like I said, I love to see it. Players on the ground, that second effort and that hustle. It's a really good take for her. Just unfortunate that she couldn't finish.
Great effort from Hunter, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Plenty of energy from the bench again. Daish back out there now. Marka Daish. Nuku's going to get a look at a 3 here. She's off target, though, and Nard's got the ball for the Queens, who are looking to get this pace up. Again, Gustafsson. Chagas. Marked by Nuku. And that was well worked by Chagas. Too good there, the Argentinian point guard.
I think Missy there just getting caught with her hand in the cookie jar a little bit there. And great finish by Chagas there. Through the contact. Extending this lead.
Chagas was actually picked in the NBA draft, 3rd round by the Indiana FIBA back in 2021. And I think you can see why. She's got some very good basketball IQ in her. She stretches that lead back out to 16. Here's Clark. Clark, good work from Tiana Clark. Now, I hope she hasn't twisted her ankle there.
She did a great job there of initiating that contact when Gustafsson came over to help.
And you know Clark is one of the younger players with 23. You see her at Birmingham here on Sky Sport at the Commonwealth Games. In just a few weeks' time, she'll be in the New Zealand 3x3 team.
What an amazing opportunity.
Their team got confirmed this week. Such a wonderful version of the sport too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Very different though, very physical.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clark gets 2 more from the free throw line for the Whai, much needed. Yeah, we're looking forward to those games. That men's team just back from the World Cup won a couple of games as well, too, didn't they?
Some exciting ones in there for sure.
Hunter. Looking to work off a screen there by Gustafsson, who rolls away now. Hunter. And that was good defense that time by the Whai, even though they haven't won the ball back. They have got that shot clock down to 12. So far, the Queens are absorbing everything that the Whai are thrown at them. And there's Gustafsson with her first 2 points of the second half. 19 she has in the game.
Going to have to get a hand up in her face on that whenever she's in that mid-range.
Yeah, she's a very nice mid-range jump shot. And she's good down low too, Gustafsson. Lambert, nice pass to Daish, who's had it smashed out of her hands by, I think, Nard that time.
Great find there by Lambert. Great job by Daish there to draw that contact.
Jamie Nard now has 3 fouls. Keeping out on the floor, though. Tanya Tupu, the coach, keeping her out there. Didn't start her in the second half.
I think there's some trust there with players at her level of experience that she'll be able to contain her fouling for the next at least quarter.
So Daish gets the second free throw. Lead is back to 15. So in fact the lead has gone bigger in this quarter, and that's because Chagas is heating up.
Just start powering Nuku there with that drive. And
Nuku here. Ball's losing it. She has lost it. Hunter has it. Back to Beck, who's got all the time in the world to size up that three-pointer. Can't nail it, though. Lambert has got the ball off McGoldrick.
Those are the kind of shots you'd want on by the Queens in transition.
Beck's got the ball, and now Chagas. So this game loosening up a little bit now. Chagas not waiting around, and there's 3 more. Wow, she got 15, and she is dominating this third quarter. Florencia Chagas, the Argentinian, and it's a timeout, 20-point game.
She's just enjoying herself out there, just a big smile on her face after she hit that 3. Much needed timeout there by the Whai to sort of break that little run up.
The lead's as big as it's been in the game now, 20 points. And they have really smoked them in the start of this third quarter. Tokomanawa have added 15 points in these first 6 minutes. Starting to really cook up again.
And the Queens just making a little statement, I think, now with their playing on their home court and just showing out, having a great time.
Tell you what, it's pretty neat that King Kapisi is here. He is the MC for the Tokomanawa Queens.
Definitely an amazing atmosphere being here. It's awesome.
All in a day's job. I just look over to my right, there he is, just yakking away to someone else now. 20-point game. Gustafsson 19 points, Chagas 15, Beck's got 10, and Nard 8 points. So all of the starting 5 cooking nicely, really contributing strongly. They're getting some good support off the bench, the Queens, from Beckley, from Hunter in particular, as Nuku can't nail that mid-range jump shot. Peck's got the rebound, and here's Chagas again. Remember, she's got that hot hand. Got to squeeze around McBride somehow, and the pass goes astray. McGoldrick's got it. Now Lambert for the Whai. Nuku's going to try again from three-point range. Still can't get one to drop, the youngster. Beautiful offensive rebound, though, by McGoldrick. And Rabati buries one from downtown.
Big play there by Ezra to get that rebound. Great job finding Rabati and knocking that 3 down.
Chagas feeding Gustafsson, who's got her own board. Well done.
Just that second effort.
Rabati muscles up to grab that defensive rebound, and now Lambert. Still plenty of time left in this game.
Plenty.
3 minutes left in this first quarter. That's third quarter. That's beautifully done by Rabati, who's been fouled in the paint there.
Just working hard in the paint. Definitely working hard for fighting for position.
Not a shooting foul that time. Neither team in the bonus just yet. The Whai will be the next foul they give up. Lambert, Vucinic. Yeah.
Just unfortunate there, getting Vucinic right on her hand, right in front of the ref. Hard luck by Beck.
Beck loved the attitude. She just plays hard, doesn't she? Right from the start to the very end. Epitomises what you want out of an athlete. Tough pass for Rabati there, and it's been taken away by Beckley. Hunter quickly moving down court again. Gustafsson. Good ball rotation. And that was beautifully finished. What a play there from the Queens.
Really got a hot hand, feeling her shot really well now.
Chagas has 18 points now, and that was his third three-pointer in the game.
Definitely living up to her name.
Yeah, just checking. She's shooting at just under 50% from the field, so she's going well in this game. The Queens again on 46% from the field, and the Whai still struggling a little bit. That back at 30%. There's Lambert. Tough shot to make there, and Rabati can't pick up the ball. Getting frustrated, Sean Rabati, but Lambert stealing that one superbly. McGoldrick. Rabati back in position, gets the three-point play. Beck and the foul off Beck too.
Great recognition there with the advantage in that fast break. Great pass by Ezra, great finish by Sean.
Very slick. Loved it. So Rabati goes to the Rosine stripe for a three-point play here. And she converts it. She has 14 points. Still a long way back again from the Whai, though. That's 17 behind. 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Hope you're enjoying game number 2 of the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. That's Gustafsson. Nice play from McGoldrick. 2 big plays from her in the last couple of minutes.
Big stop.
Nice pass from Rabati. And it is going to be 5 balls, 17 on the shot clock.
Great effort there by Ezra, getting that block and then running in transition. I love to see that.
And here comes a couple of Central Pulse netballers onto the court. Great to see. We've got Ali Dunn, of course, out there, and we've just seen Mason come into the game as well. Paris Mason.
And Ropati taking advantage of that straight away, getting position in the paint there. She's back to the Rosine.
So cool to see Aliyah Dunn out there, isn't it? Really cool. Missed, of course, Commonwealth Games selection in the netball team, but here she is, playing hoops.
It's Tauihi's gain, I guess, and the Queen's gain.
Absolutely.
Great player.
Good to see Paris Mason out there. Young player, only 19. Let's see what impact they have on the game here. Chagas still out there. Here's Beckley. And Beckley's fouled, so she'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
It's another good take there by the Queens. And they're just moving really well in their offensive sets at the moment.
Again, the luxury of bringing someone like Beckley off the bench. 10 games she's played for New Zealand. Experience in Hungary, Australia as well. And she's coming off the bench in this game. Queens have certainly got a very, very good roster. Lambert back to Clark again. Working away on Beck. Rabati's going to put up a three-pointer. And Dunn can't quite get the rebound. Clark's picked up the loose ball. Now Lambert again. McGoldrick's going to work away on Dunn. Beautiful offensive rebound from Rabati. Another chance here for the Whai.
Some big offensive rebounds.
Clark. McGoldrick's going to put up a three-pointer this time, and she buries it. Wonderful play.
Great to see the Whai sticking with it, fighting for those offensive rebounds.
6 points for McGoldrick. Beckley. And I think Dunn's going to be called for the foul there. Aaliyah Dunn. Yes. So, 15-point game. Coming down court now for free throws because both teams are in the bonus with 37.5 seconds left to play in this quarter. So here's McGoldrick, and she is starting to contribute to the Whai. 7 points. Quiet first half for the Cantabrian, who's been playing up north. And, oh, that's great work from McBride. And surely she was fouled. She was fouled again. Wow, that was very impressive and committed, courageous play from Dominique McBride.
Big play there. See this crowd really getting into it here with King Kapisi.
Yeah, he's a pro. So McBride at the line, 14 points for her. Lambert just whispering what's coming up next, getting instruction from Coach Bennett.
I wonder if we're going to see a press here.
Yeah,
there it is.
That's why we got you on the commentary team. Lambert's conceded the foul. So that will unfortunately go on Kyra Lambert, and that will see the Queens shoot 2.
Just unfortunate there for that foul. Trying to get around it for that steal.
Lambert being subbed out of the game, but it is only her second personal foul. So she's still got plenty of fouls up her sleeve. As Beck gets her 11th point. Get that lead back up to 13. Remember, it was as much as 20 earlier in this quarter. See if I can get one more basket here. The Queens will get one more possession.
Some defensive pressure there by Chagas.
She's playing very well. Nuku to inbounder. Oh, pass is a little wobbly. Mason has it for the Queens, but she's had it pinched out of her hands by McGoldrick. This will be the last shot if the Whai want it. Nuku has it. Clark's going to put up a high arc 3, and she swishes that one in. Big basket there from Clark. Queens with 2 seconds left in this quarter. And that will be that, 69-58. So where we are now, we were at a half-time, and it's an 11-point game. Great shot here from Clark on the replay.
Really high-arcing shot she has. Really pretty to see come out of her hands.
Well, that was an entertaining quarter. Latava, that was 22 points each.
We're just seeing some things, a little bit of work on for both of them. Obviously, Whai struggling a little bit more there with some of their outside shooting earlier in the quarter. But doing great, chasing down offensive rebounds. So just a few things for them to work on, I can imagine them wanting to take it.
Okay, we'll be back for the fourth quarter right after this. Sorry about that, Richard. Completely forgot.
Yeah.
We're going to pick one winner on that side. Are you guys ready? If you want to win this $50 award, let's start, Roy. DJ Roy, let's go. $50. One on this side. Get up and dance. Do your thing. We've got the $50 voucher right here for this side. And the $50 voucher for this side. Everybody! Let's see you dance. Get your cunny on. I like it. People choppy. Jump on it. Jump on it. All that one right there should be good. Okay. 4. saw someone win those awards. Congratulations. That was the Sharesies Shakedown. Shout out to Sharesies. Tokomanawa Queens! Tokomanawa Queens! Let's go!
How long left now?
Points to the Tokomanawa Queens and 58 to the fine.
Well, your timing's impeccable. Here we are, the start of the fourth quarter. Tokomanawa Queens 69, Whai 58, 11 points with 10 minutes to play. Starsson still the leading scorer on the floor, 19 points for the Queens. Chagas has 18. And leading all scorers for the Whai is McBride with 16, Robati 14. Robati has 15 points and McBride has 15. Let's correct that. Don't want to steal points off players, Latava.
No, they're working hard out there.
Here's McBride. Shot clock down to 3 seconds. Robati's got to put up something here. Touch strong off the glass. Chagas. Here come the Queens on the break. And Beck wisely holds the ball. Oh, Gustafsson's hands let her down there. No foul that time.
Great opportunity for the Whai now to use this to their advantage.
Lambert. Whai still working away hard here. They won't give up without a fight as Clark. Beck almost steals. It does a good job there. Rabati would have had a good look at a long-range jumper.
Great recognition there by Beck. See that shooter in the corner.
Green to inbound it for the Whai. Again, shot clock down to 7. Lambert may have to put up a shot here. Running out of time. And the shot clock has expired. Just took a touch too long there.
Just great defense there by the Queens to run that shot clock down.
Chagas with 18 points. By Lambert, they've had a great matchup all game long as Beck can't float one in. McBride with the rebound and Lambert has picked up the ball. Now McBride again. Tiana Clark's going to pick up that three-pointer. Can't drop it and Hunter's got it. Almost, that was a splendid pass. Chagas just couldn't quite handle it.
Just some early turnovers here in the beginning of the quarter for the Queens. Good to see the Whai capitalise off those. So just having a bit of a hard time at the moment.
Chagas is having quite the day out. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. A very good game. McBride at the Racine stripe. Rapati trying to take up court position. That was unlucky. Starsson's lost it again. The pass to her was just not quite accurate enough. Now McBride on the fast break. Very loose play at the moment. Latava, as we see another turnover.
A lot of turnovers.
Clark can't roll that one in from downtown. Cool heads might be required here. The Queens do exactly that right now. Beck. Truesdale. Green let her have the shot there, but Truesdale couldn't capitalise, and Lambert, that's a hard one, and now Gustafsson, well, in fact Beck's got the ball. It's end-to-end stuff, but not many points being dropped by either team at the moment. In fact, we haven't had any score since three-quarter time. Foul by Clark and Chagas.
Really aggressive drive there by Chagas. And we get some stoppage to the game after that little bout of turnover after turnover.
The Queens are going to have a timeout. So yes, both teams have gone cold to start this fourth quarter. No points in these first 2 minutes, 48 seconds. So
Just some unforced turnovers, which I'm sure the Queens are going to clean up after this turnover. Timeout, excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. Now, rebounds have been an issue in this game. It's been quite interesting with 32 defensive rebounds to the Queens, 23 to the Whai. So that's quite a big difference. But then it flips around on the offensive boards with the Whai getting plenty of offensive rebounds.
I can imagine the Queen's shooting percentage has something to do with that as well, though.
Yes, indeed. Down to 29%.
But yes, the Whai are doing a great job of attacking those offensive boards, which they're going to need to keep doing for the remainder of this game if they want to come back.
Whai are struggling a bit from long range, 2-7 from 32. Put up a lot of three-point attempts in this game. The Queens just 15 attempts from three-pointers, and they've nailed 6 of them. So Chagas with the first points there of the final quarter. And she has the chance here to go to 20 points. First player in the game to hit 20 is Chagas. Now here comes Lambert again. Working off the screen from Clark. Lovely spin move from Tiana Clark. That's a very tidy basket there.
Pretty move there by Tiana Clark. The Whai bench just in disagreement with that last call there.
So was their coach, Mel Bennett, who has a wry smile at best on her face there. It's Chagas. Now Chagas and the Queens can use the clock as their friend pretty soon too now. Latava with this margin back to 13 points.
Exactly.
Beck's up to 14 points. Another good game from her. Lambert. Wow, she flipped the switch there.
Great take from Kyra Lambert. I hope that she continues to do that in this game.
Well, maybe the best of her in this league is coming. Chagas with a three-pointer. Doesn't drop. Green's got the ball. And now Lambert again. Looking for opportunity straight off the bat here. Nice pass into Green. McBride. McBride goes baseline round Chagas, and then Beck's there to steal it.
A little bit late with that pass.
Chagas. Now Beck again. Doesn't get the roll. And Clark picks up the loose ball. Oh, they need plenty of stops here. Do the Whai. 11 points, the deficit. I'd love to get it under 10 to give them some hope. And there's Green with a lovely putback.
Tidying up on the offensive boards there, Green.
Green goes to double figures now. She has 11 points. There's 8 rebounds in the game as well. Couple more turnovers here, and the Whai will be right back in this contest, and they've got one stop there. And they'll score off this possession here. Things could get interesting. Rabati coming back in now for the Queens. Goldrick checks out. .504 to play. It's a 9-point game.
Still a lot of time.
There is still a bit of drama to play out here, isn't there, Latava? Really is. Maybe Lambert and Green can start firing up here. McBride desperately trying to keep that in the field of play on the court, but not to be. Nikki Green, the 31-year-old, struggling there with that mid-range jumper. Hunter. Chagas still there. Trying to work off the screen from Beckley. Hunter. Back to Gustafsson, who rolls through nicely, but Rabati, clean block from her.
Big block there, great defensive play. Coming over there with the help by Rabati.
Rabati has toiled away really well for the Whai in this game, the 21-year-old. There's Chagas again, shot clock's expired. Clark, good rebound from Tiana Clark.
And a big box out too on Stella Beck.
Lambert, yes! Kyra Lambert from up top. It's back to 7. Here's Beck. Beck, that's the perfect response. What a great basket from Stella Beck.
Big threes on both sides.
Beck goes to 17 points. Back to 10. Clark, it's a tough shot, that one. And Chagas is there to pick up the loose ball. Chagas, though, not playing the game slow at all. And that's a lovely outlet pass there from McBride. And Rabati's got it.
Mind you, while she's on the floor.
Oh, boy, now that there. Could that be an unsportsmanlike foul on Beckley?
Just a bit too aggressive there.
Pretty tough.
Beckley. Nope, just a normal foul.
Well, Lambert felt that one right in front of us, courtside here. I hope she's okay. In fact, the Whai going to call it timeout. I think it might have been a player. It was a player timeout. Now, this is an interesting innovation. Lambert has called a player timeout, so the players on court are the only players involved in this timeout. It only goes for 30 seconds. So this is one of the new innovations that we've seen, and I like it. I think
it's timed really well. It gives the players to, you know, have a little huddle, a little talk about what they need to do and what they need to work on a little bit better. I do. I think it's a good addition to the game.
We'll see this regularly through the tournament, the Sal's player timeout. And I think it's just that was a good time to use it too, because Lambert got that heavy collision with Beckley, and it's just using that 30 seconds to just compose herself again.
Exactly, and talk about what position it's going to have for them. It's 10 points.
Well, it's almost reaching the point where the Whai can't really afford to miss every time they're down.
It's definitely going to come down to the little things for sure, taking care of the basketball.
And if they can do that, get a couple of stops.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, it's right back in the contest. Good defense play by the Queens here. The shot clock's down to 5. Green struggling to get a good shot away, and it's high off the rim. Gustafsson has it. Perfect defense by the Queens there.
Great defensive play.
Beck. Green, who's got the ball? That's Beckley. And a jump ball. And from memory, I think that's going to be the Whai's possession. Looks like it might be the Queens again. Can't quite see because the arrow is right in front of us here. So this is going to be the Queens who will have the possession. So upshot of this game, 3:17 to play, 10-point game. Tokomanawa Queens have led right the way through the contest and are showing very few signs that they're willing to give that lead up.
Great help defense there by Rabati.
Here's Lambert again. He won't give up till the bitter end. McBride, who's had a quiet second half, she's going to have to start heating up. Same with Rabati, and that might get the things underway. Rabati with 2 there, 17. She's leading the Whai scorers now. 2 clear of McBride.
She's working so hard out there for her team at the moment.
Chagas. Oh, how good was that basket?
Superb contact.
Brilliant play from the Argentinian. Lambert gets the screen off Green. Green, good rebound, and it's a jump ball. Great play from Beck to get in there. make a nuisance of herself again.
I think it would have been better for Green to just kept that dribble, kept that ball with it instead of putting that on the ground and gone straight back up.
McBride, here's Lambert. Can't drop that three. That was a critical miss, that one right there. And Chagas can now use this 24 seconds. She won't use any of it because she's given it away to Robati.
Another turnover by the Queens. Just some issues with the shot clock.
Spotted by the official there. That's referee Collins, who was an eagle eye there. So still intrigue here. Although it's now starting to get desperate for the Whai. Green with 12 on the shot clock. Clark's going to step back for a three, and she nails it. Tiana Clark.
Much needed three there for the Whai. Great find by Nikki Green.
Leads back to 7. Less than 2 to play. Coach Tupu's up for the Queens. She'll want a good, well-run offensive play here. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Chagas feeding Gustafsson. And it rolls in. Lovely play again from Elin Gustafsson.
Big basket there for them.
Back to 9, less than 90 seconds to play. Lambert, here's Rabati. Lambert driving to the hoop. They're going to almost give her that shot now, can't they? It's going to be 2 free throws for Kyra Lambert.
Lambert just doing everything she can for her team right now. Love to see that aggressive drive from the basket from her. Great screen there by Shan.
So that's Kyra Lambert going to the line. Lambert has 9 points in the game. In fact, 8 points in the game. 28% from the field. She probably want a bit more output from her in the next game. And there is Lambert. So 9 points to her. I feel like the best of Kyra Lambert is coming for the Whai.
You can see she's definitely pushing, and you can see the frustration that she's not converting as much as she is. So from that I can kind of tell that she's much more efficient on the offensive end than she's actually putting out tonight.
Chagas is still out there with Hunter. Hunter, of course, is a good point guard in her own right. Chagas. I think a foul after the ball. They're not given. And we're inside the last minute now. It's an 8-point game. Lambert. Oh, Chagas with the foul there.
Might be her fourth.
Fans, this is the first game.
Queens give up their 4th foul. So still not a shooting foul. So disciplined performance from them as well in this last quarter as they're closing it out pretty nicely.
The Whai will need to convert here and cut this lead.
And quickly.
Exactly.
McBride, you see they're looking for a 3-point attempt. There's Lambert, gives it back to McGoldrick. They really want that 3-pointer, and Lambert responds. Basket from her. 12 points in the game. Back to 5. Beck, though, they'll just roll it down as Beckley misses the 3. And now they need a 3-pointer in the least, and they need it super fast here as Lambert just can't roll off the rim, and that should just about do it as the foul has been given up by McBride with 12.4 seconds to play. So the 5 come back in this last quarter. They cut that lead back from 11 back to 5. But the Queens have closed it out pretty effectively. Chagas, what a game, what a debut game for the Argentinian here. 22 points for Florencia Chagas, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and a couple of steals as well. Fantastic game from her.
And she's going to play a major part of the Queens in this tournament.
There's a foul on Beck. So we see, I think, a collision between two Whai players off the ball there, McGoldrick and Green. It wasn't Green, it was McBride. Or was that Lambert down there? Third time lucky, my guess. Yes, it is Lambert.
Yeah.
And Lambert's got blood coming out of her cheek. Oh, gee whiz.
Man.
Big head clash there with Lambert and Robati.
She's sporting a bit of a gash on her left cheek right now. You can see right there.
Yeah, she's going to have to get that addressed. Gee whiz, that was nasty collision on the replay. Timeout's been called by Coach Mel Bennett for the Whai with 11.1 seconds to play. Nothing like a bit of friendly fire. It's unfortunate. But we touched on Chagas. Those numbers are very, very impressive by the 21-year-old. She is some talent. Really good play from her. And, there's been some other very good performances in this Tokomanawa Queens today. Stella Beck, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. She has had a tremendous game as well.
Just look like they have really good chemistry out there on the floor, the Queens. Despite having 3 imports, still really working really well together.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know how it's happened very quickly for them, but Gustafsson, they just complement each other really well, don't they?
And like you said before about all the experience coming off the bench, I think it's just that experience that's allowed them to just really gel while they're playing on the court.
Chagas has had a really good game from the point guard position. She's driven her team really well. Just a lovely balance to this team. Beck touched on her. Good depth on the bench too, with some tall ferns coming off the bench, like Beckley and Grace Hunter, who's contributed when she's been on court. Truesdale as well. And then we haven't even talked about Nard, who's had a quiet game, the third import. You get the feeling, though, we're going to see her explode at some point.
Yeah. So
still 10 seconds to play. Whai stretching this out a little bit. As Beck to inbound it. Lambert back out there, and another foul has been given up by Robati. Robati gives up her 4th foul in the game. And Gustafsson's going to go to the line. And, well, she has a chance here with these 2 free throws to sneak ahead of Chagas as the leading scorer in the game. She does, 23 points, so it's back to 5. 81-76, and the Whai are going to use their last timeout. Well, they need a quick 3, and then a stop, and then another score.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. Well, in fact, yeah, their score's been adjusted now back to 75. I did wonder how they snuck up to 77 there for a second, Latava.
Yeah.
So this game is beyond doubt. Well, should be. But I like the way the Whai worked their way back into the game. They're certainly not lacked effort. And their will to win is there. But it was always going to be hard for them to come back from an 18-point deficit in the first quarter.
They just stuck themselves in a bit of a hole in that first quarter. Well, like you said, great effort coming back, fighting their way back, finishing off strong.
Yeah, it's always hard playing catch-up when you're down by that much in a basketball game.
And you can't expect much calls from the ref when you're on the road. I think that's pretty well known.
So here we go with the Whai with 9 seconds to go. Lambert. And she's been fouled at the three-point line by Chagas.
And that's her 5th foul, is it?
Now let's have a look here. It is indeed. So Chagas has fouled out, but still a terrific game from the Argentinian. She sits down with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Fabulous debut performance from her. So Lambert's at the line to shoot 3 here.
With just 2 seconds off the shot clock, well, off the main clock, sorry.
So the Whai will still keep believing here. But all 3 of these free throws have got to go in. They have to go in. And there's one. So let's see if Lambert. No more timeouts for Mel Bennett, the Whai coach. So Lambert gets her three free throws. Great effort from her. But the Queens are going to use their last timeout. And I actually think it's a good one from Coach Tupu to do there. It brings the ball back to halfway. And it means they can just look to close it down.
All they have to do is just take care of it.
And they've won the game. And that's it. Sometimes, though, that can be tricky.
Yeah.
So Coach Tupu will be looking at her team at the moment. I want you to do this. This is how I want you to soak up the clock. And the Whai here somehow got to read what's going to be happening. But they've cut that lead back to 4 points in this last quarter. Pretty meritorious comeback from them. Can they find a way to upset the Queens? It's not going to be easy. So back to inbound it with 7.3 seconds to play.
They've got Nikki Green on the ball, being a big presence there, causing some.
And there's Beck. She's called the player timeout for the Queens there. Not happy with the options that were being presented to her. So this is quite an intriguing finish to this game.
Yeah.
So the Sal's player timeout used to, I think, good effect from both teams in this game.
Just looking at the body language of the Whai at the moment, they're still in it. It's not done for them, which is so great to see. They're still playing till the final whistle.
So here's Beck again. Nice play from Gustafsson. Hunter's got it. And it's been stolen by McBride, but time's against them. McBride, just short with that. But there is the win for the Tokomanawa Queens. Hasn't been as easy as they might have expected over this last quarter, but they are the winners in round 1 here in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And they win this game by 2 points to 78. A really good game of basketball.
Awesome to watch. I'll definitely be happy with how that played out.
So there we are, folks. We hope you enjoyed this game here from Porirua today. No luck for the Whai, but the Queens get the job done by 4 points in round 1 of the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. They win this game by 82 to 78.